Google Bard is gone. They have retired the Bard and welcomed fully with open arms Google Gemini. They have slowly been testing and releasing features, but it is now available to the public. If you don't have access to it yet, you should soon, and it is good. If you are new to the channel, my name is Ben Silverman, and my goal is to make AI more accessible to creatives and creative people. Hopefully to be able to give them superpowers so they can automate their repetitive tasks to focus on what they do best. I created my AI toolbox, which has all of the latest AI news and tools and guides to using everything that will set you up in this new era of AI. So easy. If you know ChatGPT, this would be a competitor to the LLM or large language model or chatbot that ChatGPT is. Google believes it is better. Now, there are a few different versions of Gemini. One that will be integrated into all of your services, and one that offers a more advanced features. The advanced featured one, which can code and reason with you and basically give you itineraries on trips with a text prompt, that'll be $20 a month. That's similar to ChatGPT and other AI sites that charge you about $20 a month to have access to their services. But right now you can go to gemini.google.com/app. I'll put it in the description. Here you can ask similar things to ChatGPT. So I'm going to come in here right now, and this is the site that they show the release of Gemini. You could watch some of their videos here, and you could see a few examples, like what it's going to look like on the phone. It is still coming up with everybody, and I actually don't have access yet. So I just wanted to get this video out as soon as I can, but everything is pretty similar to what it is on the internet and all their services, and you're going to be able to understand some of this from other areas. So I'll go into that in a little depth later. So now if you go to deepmind.google, this shows you everything that Gemini is. I actually made another video on this a while ago when they just made the announcement, so remember to check that out. I'll leave a link for that right here. But if you want, you could come to this site and then literally just hit chat with Gemini, or come to gemini.google.com/app. So this is the interface of Gemini. It's probably similar to what you've seen. You have your settings, your activity help right here. Here you can start new chats. If you want to expand the menu, you can see what you've listed before. I actually really like that a lot. Here it gives you some examples of how it can help me today. Your conversations are processed by human reviewers to improve the technologies powered Gemini apps. That's great. So I'm going to give it a few prompts just to show you exactly what it does. So the first thing that I'm going to do right here is say, what is a good hike in Los Angeles? Now it's going to use Google Maps to look up the best hikes for me, similar to the plugins on ChatGPT and the extensions. It is doing basically the same thing. And it says there are many good hiking spots in Los Angeles, depending on what you're looking for. Griffith Park, Runyon Canyon, Franklin Canyon Park, Topanga. And this is great. It shows me images and everything here. I can just look at that. I can click on any of them, and then it'll take me right to the hike. Right here, which is cool, I can put drafts, and here it gives me different drafts that it has come up with. Different words appear. It picked draft number 1 though. Perfect. You can also try it with extensions or without extensions. And if it works with Google Maps, it'll actually give you a map. When it does it with Google Maps, it gives you a map and it actually shows you exactly where to go. Now what I'm going to try here, again, is I am going to do one more. Show me good recommendations for an Italian restaurant in West Hollywood. Now it's trying it with Google Maps again. Sure, here are some highly rated Italian restaurants. And it gives me all of my restaurants, and there it is with Google Maps. It shows me exactly where it is, completely integrated. All of Google's services are obviously going to be integrated in this. We can all assume that's what it would do. It's wanting to keep you on Google as much as possible. Now what's really cool is you can also do this.
Sure, here are some highly rated Italian restaurants in West Hollywood. Alessandro's Pizza Italian restaurant serves a variety of pizzas and pastas.
So you can actually have it read you the entire response, which is pretty awesome. And now here's another one, one last one that is not map-based. I would like you to write me a story about a princess and a dragon. And here it's just literally going to write me a story. And then if I can even have my friend Gemini read me the story about a princess and a dragon.
In the kingdom of Viridia, nestled between emerald valleys and snow-capped peaks, lived Princess Amara. Unlike the damsels in distress of storybooks, Amara yearned not for princes.
All right, I'm not going to do the whole thing. And if you want to go through other extensions, you literally just hit the app button, similar to what GPT has been doing with their GPTs, but this is all Google. So you could check in with Google Flights, Google Hotels, Google Maps, YouTube. I'm sure they're even going to be making more extensions as this goes, because again, they want to keep you in the Google family. They don't want you outside of the Google family. And what's interesting about that is when you start getting into things like Perplexity or Arc Search, Google has had such a monopoly on everything that they're even probably using Google. So it's going to be interesting, other people trying to compete with Google while using Google and using the API of some sort. So everything does end up keep funneling into the Google system. So that is probably why it will be so robust. Now, another interesting thing here is Google Search. So now it's completely integrated with your Google Search. So if I said, looking to buy a new bicycle. Great. And so now the normal Google search comes here, but like right here is the new added line. Get an AI-powered overview of the search. If you click generate, it now gives you, when choosing a new bicycle, you can consider things like size, fit, use. It tells you how to shop for a new bicycle. It gives you your sources for where it got all this information. Again, very much like Perplexity. Here are some products to consider. And then Google Shopping data, product information aggregated from brand stores and other content right here. What is the average cost of a good bicycle? It even gives you like follow-up questions. Again, similar to Perplexity, this is where it gets a little interesting because it's going to be hard to break out. What should I be looking for? You can ask it follow-up questions. And then right over here, you can go to labs. You can give it a thumbs up, thumbs down, so it can train to get better and better and better and better. When you go to your Gmail, there is an AI button now here at the bottom. This little wand with a star, and it allows you to help me write, formalize an email, elaborate on the current email that I'm writing, and even shorten what you wrote. And if you upgrade to advanced, you can have it even similar, be your tutor, reason with you. It can even help digital creators go from an idea to creation by generating content, analyzing trends, and brainstorming with you. In Google Docs, it can help you write. It can formulate meeting notes. See how it formulates basically a template for that. It gives you an email draft. And if you click on the More button here, it gives you even other options where you can mess with different apps within the product hemisphere. You can do a product roadmap, review tracker, project assets. This is my project roadmap. It creates it from scratch. Now when I go to Google Sheets, even Google Sheets has a little button right here at the top left where it says help me organize, and it's next to the little search magnifying glass. If you click on that and say you want to make a chore list for my kids, create. Now I'm not doing anything. It is literally creating the entire thing with filters and pull down menus so I can just utilize it. Perfect. It has the chore, the description, the frequency, daily. Here, I'm going to insert. Now it's an actual thing. So it has daily, weekly, filters assigned to what child, due date, notes. And now I don't even have to start from scratch. I could just literally start putting the chores in the Google Sheet, right? And if you look over here, it also says, help me organize creates templates with sample data and won't always get it right. Soon, help me organize will be able to accurately edit and analyze content in your spreadsheet. So you'll be able to talk to the sheets exactly like that. It to help you create a specific type of table. Now, if you go over to Google Slides, it too also has a new little button, right? You can go right over here, and this little picture, it says create an image with Duet. I want to say a cute troll driving a car. And then right here you can put Add a style, photography, background, vector art, sketch, watercolor, cyberpunk. I'm feeling lucky. So I'm not going to add a style. I'm just going to hit create. And then right now it's just taking the time and it is creating an image for my slide. Yes, usually I would have to go and look through Google potentially, or any other type of image site like a Storyblocks, which is something that I use a lot. But right now, here it is. So I'm going to put this little troll. This little baby troll is kind of cute. Now, what's even more interesting is there's another little button right over here that other like Canva has been using and CapCut, where it removes background. I can literally remove the background to the image inside Google Slides. There it is. So now I have this little guy and I could put him anywhere. I could put him right here. And now I have this troll driving a car for whatever I need. And awesome. It's pretty incredible. Now you can even download the Google app and use it on your phone. Generate images. You can make social media posts off of those images. Anything you want. Look, once you start playing with these, you will see what I'm talking about. You're going to see how you can just focus on what you actually want to happen and creating the thing, and the things will happen. And you have to worry less about the minutia of how to actually do the thing to get the thing that you want to do. And that is where people can start getting creative. People who usually had an idea or had a thought can actually do the thing without figuring out how to do all of this technical stuff first. So you can focus on just doing it. And that's pretty awesome. Leave comments below. Tell me what you think of Google. Do you like it better than Perplexity? Do you like it better than ChatGPT? I'm curious to see if Gemini just takes the cake here, because when you look at Lumiere and you look at some of these other things, they're going to integrate all this stuff where you never have to leave the Google platform. Pretty incredible. Let me know what you think.